The 2023 nominees for the National Toy Hall of Fame have been announced. And as always, I have issues.
Of course.
So let's talk about it, because John and Nancy are still talking. The National Toy Hall of Fame is in Rochester, New York. It is part of what's called the Museum of Play, which is probably a pretty fun place to go. I bet that's a cool museum.
You know, we talk about this every year, and I never think, well, there's actually a place where all these toys are set up, and, you know.
But it's not just toys.
We can go to this place and see the toys.
It's the Museum of Play, so it does all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Within that museum is the National Toy Hall of Fame. So every year they come out with a list of toys that we should be, honoring as these amazing things. They just leave out the best toys a lot of the time, which irks me. But get to the class that's been introduced. These are the nominees. They're not in yet, but these are the nominees for 2023, and kind of give you an idea of what we're talking about. So
baseball cards, the board game of Battleship is a finalist. And John, would you like to asterisk here and put your...
Okay, so I am I'm always like, okay, these should be two halls of fame. There's the Toy Hall of Fame and there's the Game Hall of Fame, in my opinion. This Hall of Fame groups games in with toys, and I think there's a fundamental difference.
It's going to be too expensive to change the name of this, to the Toy Game Hall of Fame. So they're just keeping it Toy Hall of Fame.
There are some toys that are games, right? Or games that are toys. For instance, did you ever have the game Mousetrap?
Yes.
Did you ever actually play the game?
No. Too much
you just set up the Rube Goldberg thing and let the guy jump in the bathtub and you're done, right?
I didn't even do that.
So that is a game, but it's actually just a toy because you never played the game.
All right.
Okay. Just saying.
Sorry to go in the fork in the road there. So here's still our finalists. So we got baseball cards, the board game of Battleship, Bingo.
That's not a toy.
Which is also a game. Bop It.
Yeah, Bop It's a toy game.
Cabbage Patch Kids.
Doll.
Choose Your Own Adventure game books. What is that?
I don't know what the hell those are. I've never even heard that term before, and they're nominating them.
Connect 4.
That's a game.
Mattel's Ken.
Now, Ken is getting in the list because, I don't know, he's way behind. Barbie was in the original class. Okay. G.I. Joe's already in. Ken's like, what am I, chopped liver?
Well, Ken's big this year because of the Barbie movie. So
I know. I think Barbie and G.I. Joe had a fling anyway, and Ken was always bitter about that.
All right, a couple more in the finalists. The Little Tykes Cozy Coop, Nerf Toys, Slime, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Those are the finalists.
Little Tykes Cozy Coop car, which is like the 3-foot-high yellow and red molded plastic car that kids push around with their feet. Didn't even have pedals. It just, just pushed it around with their feet. That is in every garage in America.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
or was at some point in time. And now it's in every landfill in America because, the kids outgrow it. But it's still, that was an amazing toy.
So those are the finalists. So there's a couple ways that the finalists then are inducted. There's like a toy industry experts, but then the public can also vote at museumofplay.org. So, John, if you really want one of these in there, you got to go vote.
Well, here's the deal. And this just came up because I looked at this class, and I keep waiting for this toy to get into the Hall of Fame every year, and they never do. I think it was nominated once, like back in 2016, and then it just disappeared.
Okay.
As hard as it is to believe, in a right-thinking world, the Rock'em Sock'em robots are not in the Toy Hall of Fame.
Maybe next year.
No.
Maybe next year, John.
I'm starting to think that maybe it's like that other Hall of Fame that I can't name on the show because they won't put Boston in it.
We're not going there.
I'm thinking maybe we won't talk about this one anymore until they put the Rock'em Sock'em robots in there.
3 of the 12 toys will wind up getting inducted, and then we'll know November 9th. That's when it'll be announced which ones will be inducted.
Talking about the National Toy Hall of Fame in Rochester, New York. Now, what are the best toys ever in the history of the world? I'm thinking that the best toys in the history of the world, at least according to the Toy Hall of Fame, would be the inductive class, the very first members.
That makes sense.
Right? Because these are the ones that they started the Hall of Fame. Yeah. They went down this list and went, these toys are worthy of a Hall of Fame. It was in 1999 they opened the Hall of Fame, and these are the toys in the inductive class, or the first class in the National Toy Hall of Fame. So I think this counts as the best toys of all time,
All right.
according to them.
Yeah.
See what you think. Coming in at, there were 17 of them. Here we go. I'm going to go through them pretty quick. At 17 was the Duncan yo-yo. Can't argue with the yo-yo.
Wait a minute. These were all inducted
Yes,
in
they had
1999?
the first class. This is the very first class, the first inductees. They did 17 of them to kick the thing off.
All right. Roll down. Yep.
Duncan yo-yo, worthy. Viewmaster, one of the coolest toys ever, right?
Yep.
Who didn't love the Viewmaster? Tinker Toys, right? You stick the wood sticks in the wood circles and you make stuff.
Sure.
The teddy bear.
Okay.
Who didn't
Makes
have
sense.
a teddy bear? Roller skates in at 13. The radio flyer wagon.
Of course.
Dude, who didn't have
Need
that?
one of those.
Well, number 11 probably should have been higher on the list, but here it is. Play-Doh. Is that a toy?
Yeah,
sure
that's
it
a
is.
toy. For sure.
Okay, at number 10, they start right into the game thing in the very first class, Monopoly. That's not a toy.
Monopoly is a classic, even though I despise Monopoly. I despise playing Monopoly. It's a classic.
Is a family argument in a box,
It is.
in my experience.
There's going to be a fight.
Marbles at 9.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Number 8, another building toy, Lincoln Logs. Lincoln Logs are worthy.
Legos better be on this list.
That's next,
Oh,
Lego.
okay, I
So
was
they
going to
got
say, with all the building toys.
Yep.
Okay.
Number 6, I got to agree with this. Toy Hall of Fame in the first class, the hula hoop.
Yeah, okay. That's up there a little higher than I thought it would be.
Number 5, the Frisbee.
All right.
Number 4, the Etch-a-Sketch.
I like that
That's
one.
kind of a brilliant toy, actually. I love the Etch-a-Sketch. Number 3, another building toy, the Erector set. Yep, you got to start your civil engineers out somewhere.
That's right.
Very important. Number 2, Crayola crayons. Is that a toy?
Yes, it is a toy.
Okay, I'll give you that one, I guess. And the number 1, the very first inductee into the National Toy Hall of Fame, Barbie.
Oh, man, so Ken is late. to the
Way
game
late.
here,
That was in
huh?
1999. Ken didn't get in until 2023, and he's not even in yet. He's just nominated. That's
All right.
sexist.
Lots of toys
Done.
there. It'd be fun to go see the toy.
Yeah,
the
I'd
Hall
be
of
in there
Fame
all day playing with stuff.
They're not going to let you touch them.
I've kept a couple. I've kept a Matchbox. Well, actually, it was a Corgi car from when I was a kid. It was a little James Bond car. I've kept that from the mid-'60s. I don't know why I kept it, but I did, and I still have it just for grins. Have you kept any of
I
your
don't
toys
keep things
from
like
when
that.
you were a kid?
No.
You just don't, huh?
I don't collect anything, and I just there was nothing that I kept from
All
my
right. Well,
childhood,
when you go to the Museum of Play in Rochester, New York, they're going to not let you in because that's what you have to have a toy from your childhood to get in.
All right, we're going to end this by John's going to choose his 3 that he thinks are going to be inducted this year, and then I'm going to pick my 3.
And then we'll see who's right.
So you want to go first?
Nerf has got to get in.
Okay, Nerf.
Nerf was nominated before, but Nerf toys, come on now. Nerf
That makes sense,
I mean,
right?
come on, in all their variety, Nerf. I also think that the Cozy Coupe car gets in for sure.
Okay.
Because that's just such a. I mean, my kids beat the tar out of their Cozy Coupe car.
It was fun.
And then I think Ken gets in this year simply because the movie's so hot and he's due.
Yeah, I'm going to go with you. I think Ken's going to get in. Like the Barbie toys right now are just skyrocketing. Everybody's buying Barbie toys. So I'm going to think Ken. Now I'm going to pick 2 other different ones than you. I'm going to say slime. Slime is
very interesting. That's like a chemical experiment gone bad or gone good.
And I'm picking a game just to kind of, not to spite you, but I like bingo. Bingo.
So not a toy.
Bingo.
Oh, my God.
All right. Anyway,
All right, well,
we'll see.
listen.
November 9th is when we'll know.
Okay. And
Okay.
In the future, far in the future, I know that the John and Nancy posable action figures, of course, will be getting into the Toy Hall of Fame, but that's years from now, that's for sure. Play with us again next time because if you keep listening,
We'll keep talking.
see ya.
Bye.